Hi and welcome back to the channel. We're continuing the Expanse 4th episode called CQB. And the last episode ended a little bit of a rough way for a character that we both really liked, and I think
he was my favorite at that point. So,
but yeah, we only had him for a very short while, unfortunately, and he got like a harpoon through the...
Oh, don't even...
But besides that, do you have anything you want to get into before we start the 4th episode?
People have been talking about my neck and how they don't like it because it looks a little swollen. It's a combination of bad posture and maybe a slightly swollen thyroid, as well as the lighting, because they come from a little bit above us, so it will cast a shadow here. But I have it checked, and it doesn't look like anything is really, nothing serious. And also, I am tanning, so that's why if you notice a slight difference in skin color, it's just because I am tanning.
Yes, because we are going to a festival very soon, and after that on a trip to Germany where we're going to a wedding, so of course we want to look good.
Yeah, and usually I'm white as snow.
Anything else besides that? Anything related to the show?
No, I'm a little bit curious to see what's if there's the reaction on the fact that they killed him. So I'm a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah. What are they gonna say? How are they going to react? How's Miller going to react as his partner just got? Okay, I think we're just going to start the episode then. See what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
You know the average life expectancy on Earth is? 123 years. Even better on Mars. You know what it is on Ceres? 68. And the reason I'm pleasant is that average is only going down. What? Nothing. Makes you younger than you look. Okay, if I recycle them, factor in 390 for fertilizer.
Okay.
For all we know, he could be working out a deal.
Yeah, for himself.
Oh yeah, they're still in a bit of a pickle.
You need to recant.
Nagata, true or not, it will change the narrative until cooler heads prevail and figure out what really happened.
This is your final warning. If you maintain your present course, you will be fired upon.
They're jamming us.
All hands battle stations. Prepare to return fire.
Yikes.
Must be a drill. Okay, what's that? This sounds like torpedoes being fired.
So, not a drill.
Sounds like a lot of torpedoes. I don't think it's a drill.
You look nervous.
Get that way when missiles are flying.
She does not look nervous at all.
You're like the one that killed the dinosaurs?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that rock was big. But that hardly ever happens. Like winning the lottery. Nobody could throw rocks that big. It just happens sometimes. Because, gravity. Come in and play.
I'll come and put you to bed.
You're no fun.
She seems very worried.
I could never understand your people. Why, when the universe has bestowed so much upon you, you seem to care so little for it.
Reckon things for Earthers do best. Martians too. But look at your ship.
We are nothing like you.
On PDCs.
Humans are good at destroying stuff though.
It's not entirely wrong.
No. I don't think it's exclusive to people from Earth. This scenario.
Splash forward.
Impact on main reactor housing.
Captain, enemy ships are now inside guided missile range. Torpedoes will no longer be effective.
Enough of this. Bring up the railguns. Let's finish this and go home.
Aye, sir. Diverting power to railguns.
Busy Patico's dead.
He ain't dead yet, okay?
How dare! That bizi götürekli.
And who was the corpse?
Don't know. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You're about to send your best and brightest Mormons on a 100-year voyage to a new world around a new sun. Who knows what tragic malfunctions might occur along the way. So,
He really wants to keep his job.
Well, understandable.
Say,
We're still
I'll keep
weighing
my
our
job
options.
or else.
For now, please just continue along as before.
Great.
They've got railguns too. Never seen them on ships this size.
I think they're diverting power to the railguns. That means we're at CQB.
What the hell's CQB?
Close quarter battle.
Who would be insane enough to take on the Donager at CQB?
I want detailed imagery and drive signatures on every one of them.
She seems a little bit worried now.
This is not supposed to be happening!
Hey, Alex.
No. Hey. What I got? This is gonna calm me right down. Trust me, we're all gonna be just fine.
What the fuck?
He did.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that was fairly disgusting.
They stopped firing quiet.
Because they're boating?
Reaching pods on deck. We're being boarded. Captain Spanish on the
Yep.
Not now,
The
listen.
ships you're fighting are just like the ones that blew up the Canterbury. Whoever's responsible for this is trying to brainwash for everything.
I want you to get Mr. Holden off of this ship and safely back to MCRN command.
I'm not going anywhere without my shipmates.
Get him in his suit!
He's an earther. He uses the most air. He should do it. I can carry you. You can't carry me.
So.
Damn it.
Poor guy.
You're a good person.
How could have been better? Didn't even get to say goodbye.
Dude.
It doesn't matter.
Hold it soft! God damn it, hold it, get back here!
Okay.
Shit is
Here,
hitting the
it's
fan.
so important that I had to drop everything.
Ha! He's got a memory crypt in his cap.
Let's take it out.
Near the corner.
No. Getting talks too much.
Yes.
Okay. Try another one.
Yeah.
Judging by the file names, these are government records.
Okay.
Customs documents, corporate R&D. This guy was a data broker.
Please.
Somebody help! The officer needs help!
Please be alive. Please.
Let go. Don't make me shoot you. Listen to me very carefully. If you want medical attention, you start speaking now. Well, I'll be dead soon.
plot thickens.
Let's go, please. You have to help me get my friends. You wouldn't leave one of yours behind. We're Marines. We sworn to die for each other if we have to. You barely know those other people. They're only here because of me. I'll make you a deal.
What kind of deal?
Oh, shit. You will all testify that Mars had nothing to do with the Canterbury's destruction. Suit up fast. The air seal is temporary. We have to move. What's wrong with Alex?
He took one for the team. I'll carry it.
But I keep hearing about Phoebe Station, and if we're all gonna die because of it, can't you at least tell me what the hell happened there? Everyone on board was dead. Their bodies were incinerated. We found them refrozen to the walls of the ice tunnels. We thought it was a fire or a chemical spill, but then we discovered that all the computer cores were destroyed. You mean someone did it deliberately? They were covering something up. Like what? I don't know. Everybody on my mark, stand by for cover fire. Go!
Two down. Oh, it was Angus? Yeah, and yeah, push her, yeah.
Someone else needs to fly.
Is he conscious?
I don't think I'm in any. Get us out of here! You got it.
Snap out of it!
Sorry.
Max burn. Do not let anyone stay on our team. You got it, House? I mean, yes, sir.
Aw.
It would have been nice to see an ocean on Mars.
I didn't think we could lose.
Oh.
Might as well take him with you.
Yeah. Whew, alrighty then.
Wow, that was a very action-packed episode.
Mhm.
Close quarters combat.
Yeah. It's very fitting.
Indeed, yes. Indeed. But yeah, what did you think about that episode?
Well, once again, I got like answers to like 2 of my questions or something, and the rest is just, and then I just got 100 or 1,000 questions more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great.
Yes. Well, the plot is certainly
Thickening, yes.
thickening at the moment. It's picking up a lot of speed, and as you said, there are a lot of questions, like who's attacking them, who's trying to frame Mars.
Is it the Belters?
Is it the Belters? Maybe it seemed like it might have had something to do with the guy we saw in the one scene,
exactly.
where he was gonna get fired, but then not really, and then he mentioned something about the Donager, which was
that ship,
the Mars ship.
And yeah, he was a Belter, right? So
And
maybe
they're building new ships and new weapons.
Yeah, so maybe it's like another rogue, not like the OPA, or maybe it's a sub part of the OPA or something like that. It's
because he
like,
definitely had ties to the OPA. That
definitely,
guy.
but it seems like he was kind of separated from it somehow. Like it maybe
He
it
used
was,
to have ties, well, according to the guy he was talking to, but
Mm.
maybe he still do, or
Yeah.
he's clearly in
it's-
charge of something important,
Yeah.
and yeah. So whoever commissioned whatever he's making, that's interesting as well.
Yeah, it's everything is interesting, and I also really like the fact that we learned about more about the background of the different the Martians.
Oh, yeah,
with this I don't know his name, but
The guy who interrogated them, and
Yeah.
then he was talking about the oceans and the sky and growing up in a dome, and
Yeah.
he seems like he's very resentful towards people from Earth, like they've squandered the gifts they got, which
Well,
Yeah.
and I think that's very cool because it's very relatable or somehow
it's very topic.
relevant
Yeah. very
right
topical.
now because all of the climate change and just like we have this culture of just using and abusing and throwing everything away and not like in respect to nature and each other and stuff like that. Of course, that's a whole other. It's a
That's
political,
a whole other political discussion.
and then we will not discuss that here. But
No, but
it's just nice to see these ties to this.
real world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. In
This time and age.
yes.
Also, another thing.
Hmm?
Sorry. I also liked how they with the coroner who was like, can I just use him for fuel? And I think that's just a nice way of a very subtle hint of, or just a subtle, image or a subtle mention how belters are just seen as numbers, and they're just. It gave me a little bit like Snowpiercer vibe, yeah.
And that's a very interesting, like that whole plot as well is what's happening with Miller and his investigation, because he thought he found his guy, but that was the wrong guy, and then the right guy died anyway doing like slingshots. I think that was what it was called, some kind of race or something. I don't know what was going on.
I think it's like
But the slingshotting from planet to
yeah,
planet,
exactly,
maybe.
because then he thrusts into the
gravity
gravity,
pool,
and then
and
we'll
then-
just
yeah.
sling him out. And they are betting on it. It's like a kamikaze situation
Yes.
where they're betting on it. Will he survive this or not? Will he actually hit the what
The
did they
target
say?
or-
Yeah,
yeah.
the smaller than a mosquito's ass hole something.
Yeah.
And they're just betting on it. So like a horse race or a dog's race or
Something like that,
yeah.
yes. But yeah, he obviously died anyway, and but then they found out that the corpse, there was something off about the corpse, and then there was a lot of, he had a lot of upgrades done to him.
Yeah.
It would seem
Once
like.
again, so many questions.
Yes, so many
about
questions.
everything.
But hey, someone survived.
Yeah, I really hope he survives. Like we don't
That
know
he pulls
for
through,
certain.
because that must be very hard to survive. What happened to him? One can only hope that like none of the vital organs was damaged. That it's only flesh, but it's in the danger zone.
Yeah,
I would say.
but I couldn't really figure out exactly where in the body he was. Because
It looked like it was like down towards
when
here.
he was harpooned, it looked like they did it like solar plexus, and that's the heart danger zone.
Yeah.
The heart will be like right here, slightly to the left, right? So it kind of looked like they were just. That was the first point of entry, but then it's later on. It looks like it was more down in the site.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just
We'll probably find out. So yes, the person that we thought we lost, we haven't lost
yeah.
yet, or maybe he'll
But-
go through. But then another person that we thought we lost earlier on, but he survived while he helped Alex with the whole breathing tubes. And then once again, Shed was about to help Alex overcome something, and this time he died
Like
for real, 100% dead, because his
That
head
was-
was gone.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Poor guy. I really liked him. I'm
I
sad.
really did
I'm
too.
sad that he's not gonna be a part of the crew going forward. And that's I made a comment about in the I think that was the second episode where he was helping with the breathing tubes, where I was like, oh yeah, he's not in it for a long while. So I thought he was dying then and there. Then he didn't die, and I was like, oh okay, then he must die soon then, because I was like, I don't remember him being in a lot of episodes.
Yeah. I also saw like the cast list, so I'm sorry, that was.
Oh, that's a
stupid.
mistake.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Never look at that, because yeah.
But I think it was because I was looking for him particularly, so I didn't, I know that Jim Holden, of course, and some of the other big. I didn't really pay any notion to who was in for how long or anything. I was just looking for that particular guy. And I saw that he was in like 5 or 8 episodes or something. So I was like, okay, he's not in it for a long run. Okay, but they could just write him out. And they fucking did.
Yeah, in a very brutal way. But it was like that whole sequence, and I thought the majority of this episode was so well made. So
the
well
whole
made.
when the railguns were like firing, that was amazingly done.
Amazingly done, and everything they're doing with the gravity and the gravitational pulls. Yeah, it's
really good.
It's really well made, and this episode in particular gave me so many Mass Effect vibes.
Major Mass Effect.
Just the armor, the look of everything, and like I could imagine this being a mission as well in a Mass Effect game.
Yes, but I also kind of got like some The Old Republic vibes as well.
Okay.
Because that's also BioWare that made that.
Yes.
So they have some. Of course, they would like pull on the same strings for the whole design and stuff. So I also got a little bit.
There are definitely some Star Wars-y vibes to it as well, or just the look. The Martians, I would say, the look of the interior and their ship and stuff is kind of imperial looking as well.
Yeah.
Even though
They
have obviously have like very dark armor compared to the white stormtroopers.
Yeah, but still, we can definitely see some maybe some inspiration that has been drawn from that.
Like visually, yes, and I'm sure the books as well. I'm not quite sure when the books were written, but it was probably after Star Wars anyway, and like a lot of sci-fi takes inspiration and takes cues from Star Wars and other big sci-fi franchises, and we're just really enjoying this so far, and everything, like the plot, as we keep saying, the plot just keeps thickening.
So many questions, and it's like
yeah.
maybe just a small like just a single word in the conversation can just make you think like, oh, what did he or she mean by that? Like Naomi with the, I really wanted to say goodbye to him. To who?
Yeah, to who? And she's like, oh, it doesn't matter. And then we have this whole thing about Phoebe Station, which it seems like it's an important, like something very important happened there, and someone's trying to cover some stuff up. So there's just a lot of stuff going on that people don't really have a grasp of what's going on. Mars don't know what Earth is doing, Earth don't know what Mars is doing, the Belters are just stuck in between, and then there's the OPA, and there's just so many factions and characters and motives that we just don't really, we don't have like a grasp on yet. But it's just, they're slowly pulling that thread.
And it's
several threads actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this complexity level, this whole with all the questions and everything. It's the last time I saw of what I can remember, it was the Danish old Danish TV series called Riget by Lars von Trier. And it was so intricate, and it was just, you had all these questions, and the worst thing was, it just ended without any. It was supposed to be continued, but then people died, and I don't know what happened.
Resolution, and
no resolution. So we were all of us just left with all these questions that were not ever answered.
Yes.
So I really hope all of the questions are gonna be answered in this one.
yeah, because I don't mind there being like a lot of threads and a lot of questions all the time, and more questions every time you get the answer to some of them. But as long as there's some kind of resolution in the end, and you can put a bow on pretty much everything, that's what I prefer as well. I haven't seen Ride, but
You should.
I should at some point. I have like, it reminded, what you were saying reminded me of Twin Peaks as well, because that's a show where you are confused like 98% of the time as well, and there's not a lot of resolution. Anyway, we've been talking for a long while now, and we can probably keep talking about this because it's we're very much into this now, and we're looking forward to watching all the rest of the episodes, and I'm looking very much forward to when we get to season 3, because then I have absolutely no clue about what's going on. I only have a little bit of a clue now, so. But, do you have anything else to add? Nope?
No.
Alright. Then we will just say thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye!
Bye!